Your name? So what's your name? Oh, right, I'm supposed to introduce myself first. I'm Apollo Justice. I know. Who's gonna know her first? Hey, I know. Maybe you can tell us what happened. I'm your defense attorney, after all. Anything out of the ordinary happened lately? Later, Trucy. I think I need to ask directions myself. Hi. Well, I'm your defense. I really think that's your fate, you know? Oh, my fate, I mean, destiny, huh? You know I'm good with astrology. Tell me, what's your sign? No, never mind. Just got carried away now. It doesn't get difficult close, it seems. What? I know it's more important than the fence, is that it? Let's go, Trucy. Excuse me? Huh? Huh. Sure. You're like a teenager on the first date. And this is the love letter you passed me best for best at school. It's a business card with a name and an address. The name is Vera Mission. The address is for Dream Studio. You're giving me this card because... Well, looks like we're finished there. Wow, this looks like a studio. Yeah, looks like we found a crime scene. Huh? Looks all finished. You can still see the rough sketch we made. Yeah, good point. That is odd. You know about a trial simulation or? No, you know the case as well. Yeah. Yeah, we just started the detention center. We can't talk to anyone related to the case this time around. We need to better find out as much as we can here at the scene, or else... Someone painting or something? Is that what you mean? These are still right, lads. I mean, when was the last time you got a real letter? And most people use email and stuff these days. The suspect, please. Yeah, I know. Fortune. No. They're not the same thing? Let's remember to keep Juicy away from small round fish. Can you tell us a bit more about what happened the night of the murder? Did this happen that he died the night of his first interview? And Trucy, she's the suspect, not the killer? Wait, but why is she the suspect? Anyone is suspicious is the reporter. Regardless, I want to know more about this reporter. So this woman, Vera, she's Mr. Misham's daughter, right? Me in a nutshell. No, it does sound like a 16. No polish. Why can't I ever get a normal client? So about the poison, it's trying to be in his coffee, right? You can see for yourself, I think. So the killer was after Dream Misham alone. I would hope so. Poison coffee? Not exactly. What do you mean? That tells me not even Blue Mountain coffee isn't this blue. No, this thing is probably... better skimmer. Is anything more about that was bold or scientific? Okay. And he was right, that thing was barely 2 inches high. How big could it have been that? There's no glass in here either. What's it doing sitting on the desk? Until you arrested his door. Ah, right. Well, I believe you've given 10 seconds, but... Hey, you're right. You don't seem pleased by the possibility. There's at least something to get mad about. Well, doesn't this painting look like... Never mind. Make a professional opinion on this. That might possibly be the strangest thing I have ever heard. Understanding the... I would say sensual. Oh, Emma, I was wondering about this pin here. What about it? Take a closer look at it. Both of you. Look at this one. This is the third painting he was working on. Copying the painting? What for? Maybe because I was out here. Well, I was thinking. I mean, why is it really seeming the video at the time scene? Okay, we can get scientific now. Very well. Present. Pretty sure it isn't actually blue, Emma. Certainly is helpful. Maybe Emma will be willing to help us out a bit more. Certainly worth talking a bit more. A shocking. Uh-oh. I know that's sparking eyes. Just get excited. Best tread lightly. One last mention before you spread up. That's fine, really. We don't need to know the gory details. Now, what are you doing? What's this for reaction? Never do that again. I'm not poisonous. Let's just get down and check in for real poisons, shall we? Okay, so where exactly am I supposed to... There we go. Hey, I was the one who used it. Never mind, I was the one who found it. Why did the inside of that thing have poison on it? Don't know. But someone clearly had malicious intent with the Atrocrene. Looks like we found the only other place that was poisoned in any case. October 7th, Sunshine Coliseum. Just a while ago, it was a place where murder and nightmares converged. What about the case? You young Miss Trucy, how often I hoped we'd meet again, only to tell myself it was an impossible dream. Of course you are. Humility is definitely not one of his stronger traits. Well, Miss Trucy, how does the day find you? You've come to give me flowers. Do it after the show, I beg of you. Oh, but it is I who wish to congratulate you. Not everyone is so lucky as to witness miracles such as the ones I shall perform. Yeah, you're amazing. You get the picture. Go to watch in wonderment as Magnifi's illusions are reborn, here on stage for my hand. Yes, that's right. She's in the medical office at the moment. She's just lying down, so she doesn't feel so... Sorry, but I can't lie to me. Most annoying client ever. I was wondering if you could tell me about this. Aha! Why not bears the Grammy seal? Trucy, where do you get this? Your daddy? My God, is that from? Why now? Why would you Lord Daddy? Lord Daddy? That's kind of stretching the whole arcade. This signature upon the back, do you recognize it? That belongs to none other than Zach Gramry. Why do we so bold as to open it? I'm sorry, but I can't let you do that. What's in this envelope, I wonder? My mentor, the magnificent Magnifi Gramry, was a true deity among magicians. A created god who gave birth to magic and illusions that defied our very imaginations. Hasn't my memories a bit embellished? For so long years, the world has been waiting for a miracle to match his. As heir to the Gramry Troop's secrets, it falls to me to provide one. It is my God-given destiny. Yes, you, nameless face, you speak for nameless masses. How can I help you? The order's waiting. Why did you hold off for so long years? Prepared as the lad is uninformed. Perhaps you have heard of the magic known as law which governs our land? I have. No, I'm not sure it qualifies as magic. The performance of Magnifi's miracle was impossible. Certain law prevented it for 7 years, but no more. 7 years? That's pretty sure that pop up, doesn't it? A little matter called performance rights, Miss Trucy. Can you tell us about these performance rights? Magnifi's magic relied on an incredibly innovative idea. A trick, if you will. That trick was considered his property, and as such was protected by property laws. Intellectual property, maybe? Magnifi knew this and bequeathed it in his will to one person. You mean him? Yes, Miss Trucy, it was your father. Zach Gramry was the inheritor of the Gramry miracle. Yet, as you well know, he's gone. He disappeared suddenly 7 years ago. I think you see where this story's going. Once a person is classified missing for some period of time, they're considered legally deceased, correct? All absoluteness. Those rolled up sleeves conceal your competence well, young man. That certain period of time of which you speak is 7 years. Yes, Miss Trucy, that pains me to say it. This past spring, April to be precise, was the time. Your father was legally declared deceased. In the absence of a formal will, the secrets of our mighty mentor Magnifi passed on to me. This was, in fact, stipulated in the will by Magnifi himself. Yes, God a death in absentia. He's declared missing, permanently. Miss Trucy, I must apologize. This show and this honor should have been his. My co-magician in training, Zach Gramry, that terrible thing hadn't... Your father was a great magician, Trucy. If you were alive and I, Valence Gramry, I'd have been proud to stand upon this stage as his assistant. She really is looking forward to this, isn't she? A challenge, is it? You want me to make that disappear? Very well, give it to me. No thanks. What magicians like this? Just thinking how it is to get any information out of a magician. You're super... Susie's probably didn't want to open it yet. Your Lord Daddy, why? What in this envelope? Yeah. Grabbed. This envelope has been opened and sealed. Everything this wasn't so delicate. Why would someone open the letter and seal it again? But I want this. Just... something about the way that figure is posed. Please, I am a professional. Why is posed like that? Coincidence? He sure is jumpy. Your lips are sealed? That's a first. You mean, you know what's inside the envelope? But you did sneak a peek at it, apparently. Tools I might get my hands on. Never had not one, but it's good advice. Yeah, I'm still recovering from the fucking mental image. Judy laughed in my head when she mentioned naval search. Ah! What are you doing? Why not feeling me anymore? And my arm fall out. Let's just get down to business, shall we? Except I can't read. Good way to win lottery. I'm probably following you, but what good is it if you got me anything? Zero 16. Zero 16. Try again. Well, it's Simon's ticket. Then I'll buy another one. Dream mission. I deposited $100,000 in designated account. Please send a receipt once you've completed the transfer. Sign the papers and send an enclosed envelope with the enclosed stamp within 3 days. I need not remind you to speak of this to no one. She knows something she's not telling us. Looks like she's keeping mum about it. So if Paul comes in for an interview with a painter, his first interview ever, and not knowing he's killed. Seems strange to you? Magician. Alright, well if it's not Trucy, that leaves only one other person. So he's out interviewing Valon Grammy. Looks like we're heading out to that Colosseum again sooner than I thought. So Jonas was telling a story. All eyes in the universe are upon my stage. All pens seek to commit its mysteries to paper. His name was Virgil. Virgil. He doesn't look too happy about it. Virgil, that cloying smell of mint when he smiles, yes. A man by that name called on me just now. Valon's vision is always towards tomorrow. Valon's feet step always forward, and that is all. That's all very confusing. I am to perform a big magic show, yes. I wanted someone to cover it. But he had ears only for that incident. An incident? In any case, I requested that the rapacious reporter remove himself. So Painter has died. What of it? Put a footnote in the footlights compared to the magical grammary. I recommended he visit that place popular with penalized perpetrators. Attention, sir? You're a rude individual. Might I see that card? Sure. He will tear apart my respectability. I'll tear apart him. Is he gonna fix the card? I'm sure that qualifies as big magic. Up in the big magic. It's not more miraculous but to stay ripped. He was very not like that journalist. Now, the time has come when I must return to make my prestidigitation preparations. By your leave, Miss Trucy. 3 days from now, make ready for a miracle. Do you think that journalist was after? Why did Valon react like that to this envelope? Yes, so do I. I think I know what you're saying. Well, doing it for the money. No, not at all. Looks like someone's like me now. Hey there, how you doing? Who might you be? Sorry, we didn't know someone was really here. I'm about Justice, Attorney at Law. Look at that nervous monkey. Yo, Justice, you know me? Do I know you? Of course I know you. Bears down witnesses on stand until they spill beans. That's not true. You're right. You report by any chance? You're Trucy. Oh yeah. Trucy right, hates carrying a bag. Whereas everything is shown in her panties. Just hold on to your breath. I'll wrap up this interview in a jiffy. So, God, I think I know what's going on. God and women's in my life. What else could I possibly need? Now, how many times have I to tell you this? Look, I've got work to do. You deal with him. Oh, hey. What a pickle. Accused wouldn't talk. After interview someone will go plumb crazy. You should have guessed. Where are my manners? Name's Burchell, Spark Burchell. Not picky. Journalist just closed his eyes. Right. Does that nauseatingly strong mint smell every time he cleans? They've been interviewed by me. He doesn't know what feeling is. Well, I'd romp through crossroads of mayhem, madness. You see that? He's writing something again. Maybe he's a reporter, maybe he knows something. Oh, me? Look, let me say one thing for the record. I may look calm and collected, but I'm busy. Real busy. Always on the road. Journalist always buys one-way tickets. Never looks back. You want to know the thing about one-way tickets? Once you use them, they're gone. Oh, because you have to give them to the guy at the airport. See? It's the same thing. Now, me. Let me just say one thing for the record. I'm the interviewer. You understand, yes? I'm the one asking the questions here. End quote. For instance, you think a movie director watches movies? Exactly. I know you'd understand. Huh? So you went to... Yeah. That's right. Look, let me say one thing for the record. I'm sure you're going to want to know about my source. What tipped me off the truth? Why did you interview in the first place? Look, it's like... Oh, I got it. Say there's this burger joint in a fabulous kitchen. You think the burger guy is going to tell me where he got it? And the supermarket, maybe? Exactly. See? That's what I'm talking about. You might have actually understood that one. Well, there's nothing I can talk about with it. Walls have ears, eyes, especially glass walls with ears, speakers, end quote. Ah, I guess what's the news then? Ah, but since you're here, might as well tell you a tidbit of news I saw, just for that quick. I remember it like it was just yesterday. I'd seen a movie on a trip and wandered into this burger place with amazing ketchup, when an article in a tabloid caught my eye. Famous oil painting stolen from art dealer's gallery, end quote. An oil painting? Happens every day, right? Well, I thought I'd seen that painting somewhere before. A painting of a giant peach flown down the river. Someone saw an oil painting of a giant peach? Journalists can smell scoop better than burger. End quote. Ah, right, let me go on the record. I know what you're gonna say. Burchell, take this, right within the column. I don't think so. Look, buddy, I write brilliant columns about one thing, and that's food. Try to understand. What can you possibly be writing? You didn't listen to what I said. Actually, there's one thing I need to check. Also that I know something about that telling face you got going there. Yeah, nice one got nicked this part. True, that would be interesting. Maybe valuable for our case. Maybe I should ask Emma to help us out. What the heck? I think of it. So since it wouldn't matter what was underneath the finished painting. Not particularly, but something about the sketch itself is kind of odd. Yes, I do. The rough sketches are basically the last trials, because the second was Carl Marcus with the stand. Then there was the tower, which was basically the governors and the Truce's death. And this deck of cards what the heck is all this? Juicy, look at these 3 sketches. Do you notice anything? These sketches are the 3 cases I worked on. The man in the poker at the Porsche Bowl Club. The dead man pulling the noodle stand. And then the events that transpired during the governor's concert. Give me a break. Does that seem even remotely possible to you? I haven't heard of any dream mission before. I've even seen a picture of him. And there were my cases, drawn on his canvas. Every single one of them. It could have been a coincidence. Who was this dream mission? And what do you have to do with me? October 8th, 9:48 AM. District Court, Defendant Lobby. Good line. She speaks? Tracy, let's take a exercise. Okay, well let's just start, I guess. There she goes with nail polish again. Girls. The victim, Drew Mission, was a forger. A stolen painting was found in his studio. Life of crime, really. And maybe one that led to his death. October 8th, 10 AM. District Court, courtroom number 3. Well, we will now begin the trial of Dream Mission. She's okay. The repercussions of today's trial will most likely be felt for a long time, and may indeed alter our legal system forever. Today is a test of the justice system, and the first step toward a new order in our court. The jurors will function like a jury. It is hoped their inclusion will help the courts to better reflect the people's will. Why are there jurors in the courtroom? 3 closed circuit cameras are watching these courtroom at all times. The jurors have access to everything that transpires. Jurist, Judge Well, and Judge... Now stay here, Prosecutor Gavin. I was going to say that. My apologies. Ahem, Juris, judge today's trial coolly, if you would be so kind. Juris aren't bound by loud law. They don't affect the trial of evidence, but by a feeling. You're gonna find out just what effect they're gonna have. Very well, Prosecutor Gavin, the details of the case, if you would. The victim is the painter, Drew Mission. He was killed in his own studio. His coffee was poisoned. By whom? By none other than the defendant, Vera. Objection! There was any poison in the coffee. At home, someone has been doing their homework. Indeed, poison was not present in the coffee, but on the mug itself. The mug! Ah, residue was found on the rim, I see. The autopsy report describes the manner of our victim's death. According to this report, the victim's death was caused by atroquinine poisoning, a chemical compound that does not occur naturally. Lethal dosage is a mere 0.002 milligrams. A touch of atroquinine in the body is the touch of the Reaper's scythe. Very well, Prosecutor Gavin, you may present your witness. I have for you today a simple man for a simple case. A man who witnessed the murder in its entirety. A journalist, no doubt. The witness must state his name and occupation. Ah, right. Well, for starters, my name is Spark Bushel. My job is alone observer of the world. No words, a freelance journalist, right? Ahem. If you don't mind, I'd like to state something here for the record. Yes, Mr. Bushel, I dislike confusion, specifically the aspect of jumping conclusions. Preconceptions made our sandbox of endless desert waste. And you are a journalist. You said so yourself yesterday. Well, that's true, yes. But you must understand, I stand before you today as a man with a dream, offering you my testimony in exchange for exclusive rights to the story. Scoop turns Mr. Bushel in the lamp, Mr. Bushel. End quote. Let's hear your testimony then, shall we? End quote. Sorry. A simple case, eh, Gavin? For me, the jury is still out. I visited the studio on 9 to the evening. First outside in the atelier, journalistic history made. End quote. Here's all of us coffee right after we started. And you know what happened next? Star Falls. End quote. No one else entered the room besides her the whole time. That does sound like a simple case. Unless you were the one who poisoned him. What are you saying, Judge? Need I remind you, the cameras are rolling today. Don't need to be a bit dramatic. You didn't do it, did you? We do everything like that? Come on, there's like newsmaker making news. End quote. Or even contemporary witch hunt. End quote. I know. Our accusations about courtroom. End quote. Rock indeed. Prosecutor Gavin looks like he's having fun. So happy for him. Very well, Mr. Justice. Your cross-examination, please. And get it done quick.
Hold it!
9 o'clock at night. Isn't that a little late for an interview? The great pain of Dream Mission says come at 9. Believe you me, I got a 9. The first, and as it turns out, last interview was such a prolific painter. Right, can you tell us what it was like when you arrived? First outside at the end of the atelier. Yeah, first report ever in Drew's studio. Posterity will look back on that night as a turning point in journalistic history. A basically insignificant step for mankind. End quote. But a giant step for that virtual guy. End quote. If no one on the outside ever had access to the studio, then it would serve to reason that the deed was done by an insider. Which he means Vera did it. So, how did this epoch make an interview go?
Hold it!
Would you mind being a little more specific? Oh, let me tell you, I enjoy a couple. In fact, it all began when I was in 3rd grade. No, wait, 4th grade. That's not what I meant. I believe I know what Hellfall Head is driving at. This coffee the victim was served. Anyone other than the defendant to touch it. Right, nah. That's what I was gonna say, really. Well, now, if you've got a question, I'll keep better straight up asking. That's what I tell all the new recruits, several times. Right for a grade school. That's my motto. Which isn't to say I can only write... Who touched the coffee? Don't know. I was in the back looking at the studio's equipment when she served it. And what happened next?
Hold it!
What's this about start falling? You didn't know? That's like journalism code word. An important personage passes away. Starfall. Get it? Does this matter? Oh boy, this is good stuff, good stuff. How about Starbreaks? Nah, Max Punch. I know, Star Dice. Nah, Max Punch. Of course, you could go with Drew Dice. Straight to the point like it. Think we need to hear more about something a little more substantial? The moment of death. About when Mr. Mission passed away? Oh boy, what a scene that was. Puts his coffee mug down with trash, right? Yes, and then the cold finger of death touches his spine. Life's flame spurs and fails. So cold was that touch he could do naught but tremble uncontrolled. Actually, life's flame is a little tight. Life's vivid throws over. Yeah, that's good. I think he's starting to act already. Could you describe that a little more simply? Well, as you can imagine, that's pretty strange. He hit the floor, as they say, after his seizure is final. End quote. A chocolate paralyzes the central nervous system. The body arches back like a bow. Lily. That's quite enough for that. Some of us want to be able to sleep tonight. Oh yeah? Well, I want details. A lot of juicy details. For that, you can listen to our last year's single, A Chocolate, My Love, by The Gaviners. Available at all major music outlets. The point here is that the victim died of a troquinine poisoning. Oh, Mr. Justice, how did you find the testimony? Well, it's an account of the moment of the victim's death, which is very important. Please add it to the testimony. The style's talking. Of course, he usually that wins, but he who says it wins bigger. End quote. Living a man sees dog eat dog in my survived world. Yep. Oh, because of that. I guess I can't say a song. He has one so-called sip, no? Man puts lips in both drinks. That poison is quite virulent right here. My stomach did a so-called somersault. Since I gulped down that coffee without so much as 17 grams. Wait, maybe something's there, some kind of so-called sick. Anyone venture a guess for the record? Does this guy have a pause button? Your Honor, this is a vital piece of information. Please add it to the testimony.
Objection!
You know, I am from a particular property of the poison used, atropinine. Oh, Prosecutor Gavin was quite clear about the poison. Low for dosage of... Yes, we know. If you drank that, even you, Mr. Justice, will be reduced to a quivering pile. Why are you using me as an example? Unfortunately, we weren't told everything. There was a viral omission in Prosecutor Gavin's information. An omission? Atropinine is as virulent as he says, but death doesn't come upon ingestion, not immediately. That's because atropinine is slow-acting. Slow-acting? According to one forensic scientist, he supposed that the moment Mr. Misham sipped the coffee was when he sealed his fate, then he would still have had time left to enjoy his last cup of joe. Order! Order! What's the meaning of this? What the defense says is correct. Why? That contradicts the entire testimony you just heard. Well, Mr. Bushel, anything to say on the record? Slow-acting. Slow-acting. It was violent, right? Even then, it had already begun digging its claws into his journals.
Objection!
It's Bushel, yeah. Herr Bushel, let's take a trip back down memory lane. Did the victim really die the instant he took a sip? Think it over. This is right. You know what I think? I think that was not so subliminal suggestion. I admit it does cause a problem if he died when you say he died. I would be forced to say auf Wiedersehen to my simple case. And you would be forced to say farewell to your article. Come again? You can't write a story based on conjecture, can you? As the case drags on, other reporters will pick up the scent, and you'll be forced to kiss your exclusive scoop goodbye. Look, wait a second, just one second. We're waiting, out of it. I think I just recalled a so-called important detail. A revival of recollection. The story's survival, end quote. Eternally confused, end quote. Actually, I did know something when I visited the street. I had a poison that takes a sweet time, see? But not what I've been seeing for the last few minutes, apparently. Mr. Bushel, you say you noticed something that explains what happened? You bet I am. The antidote for poisonous contradiction, end quote. You might say. Or, I still have no idea what you're talking about, end quote, I might say. I figured that out only after an in-depth review. See, thanks to my journalism skills, I know who poisoned that coffee. Order! As far as I can tell, the witness is standing by his testimony. That Mr. Misham died the instant after he injured. As far as I'm standing by my testimony, my dream of exclusive rights to his story. I suppose it was too much to hope for. What was? Of course he wouldn't choose a simple case, not him. Phoenix Wright, who else? Achtung, Herr Bushel, report first if you would. What is it that you noticed? This court is a critical trial of the justice system. I'm afraid no room for doubt is permissible. You will testify to the court about what you noticed. When I arrived at the studio, Mr. Misham was at his desk. He seemed to be writing a letter, so he quickly sealed the envelope. Well, nothing of it at the time, of course. Now that I think about it, what if he was writing a suicide note? Suicide note. Yeah, he had this look on his face. A man's face inscrutable as a quadratic equation, unquote. Did someone commit suicide in the middle of an interview? They might, if things are getting a bit too heated. I don't fucking know.
Hold it!
Was anyone at the studio other than Mr. Misham? Well, his daughter Vera, of course. Was anyone besides Mr. Misham and Vera present? Not a single one. Not a cat, not a rat, not even a mouse. The university didn't belong to that studio now. It was you, wasn't it? I know what you're doing. I know you're a game. It only uses classic Ramsden phenomenon. End quote. You intend to suggest that this reporter is a suspect. Sure, you also intend to present evidence supporting that assertion, correct? In the meantime, let's move on, shall we? So he put the letter away when he saw you. Early reporter gets one. That's my secret. I'm not sure I follow. Night of the interview. I arrived 15 minutes ahead of schedule. The handle turned. Door opens and barge in. You sure that's okay, dude? Isn't that unlawful entry, then? Mr. Mission sure seen to think so. You should have seen him. He crammed his letter in a yellow envelope as fast as he could. I know the secret when I spot one. And that was one. Does it seem significant? Well, Mr. Justice. I wonder. Does have to think of something important? Yeah, because we found the red one, not yellow.
Objection!
There we go. And it just so happens there was a single letter in the desk throughout the scene. The red envelope. Prosecutor Gavin. Yes. Was the yellow envelope found at the scene of the crime? Unfortunately not. But her forehead, it's easy to mistake the color of an envelope. I guess. But not this envelope. You see, it was postmarked already, 7 years ago. Well, Mr. Bushell, I can explain. Drew, right? He wanted to get that letter in an envelope. Prompto. Get it out of the side of my beady eyes, right? So he grabbed the nearest envelope and crammed away. What about the whole red and yellow envelope contradiction, chump? I'm like the victim for Larry had been writing in a red envelope. It's impossible. Ah, I like your expression. So full of confidence. Simple, really. As it just so happens, the defense team investigated the contents of this envelope with the assistance of a forensic scientist. Notes that this letter is addressed to Drew Mission. Why would he address a letter to himself? Let alone send a suicide note to himself. Order! 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 Mr. Bushell, can you explain this to the court? Oh my, how could I have forgotten? Suppose this happens to the best of us. Reporter gets so forgets lots. Thank you. Still waiting for an explanation, Mr. Bushell. Well, there's a thing, you see. After he put his letter in that envelope, Mr. Mission sat there searching his desk drawer for something. Yes, a stamp, a so-called postage stamp, end quote. A stamp? Whatever for? Well, the mail is in there. What else? And then, well, yes, I think I saw him put it in his letterbox. Yeah, it was a yellow envelope. And he put it in the box. Well, apparently this yellow letter has nothing to do with this case. Just think if that were a suicide note. What story? Starlight suicide note from the reporter. Falls. Ahem, as I was saying, that has nothing to do with this case. That said, you should wonder about the contents of that red envelope. $100,000 is a good amount of money. So this was from 7 years ago, yeah? So am I finished? Yeah, I mean, I'm finished there. I was thinking of, going home to stuff, right? Hate to say what should be pretty obvious for anyone, but when you catch the center of a story, you make that rather unique face. Come on! Attorney has active imagination. Let us. End quote. Even I noticed something, and my eyes aren't what they used to be. Trying to understand what all this perceiving stuff is about. Judge has active imagination. End quote. Please continue your testimony. Tell us about the center of a story. Hey, I'm the one asking the questions here, usually. Actually, it took a bit of work to get any thumbs up on the internet. Before I leveraged his story, get his interview. The story concerns a certain case from 7 years ago. That red envelope probably have something to do with it. Say what you will, but Drew's Town was without compare. So you're referring to go to the press with this story. That's how you got your interview? Blackmail? Well, yes. I mean, no. What exactly I'm not... Something wrong, Mr. Bushel? Look, this is my story, my tidbit. Journalist info is livelihood. End quote. I see. Why are you chatting away there? What's going on out there? Why have some Wally Wordsworth or Sally Scuba gets into my story? They could be going to press or going to waste. Same case 7 years ago. Wait, 7 years ago?
Gotcha!
So much, Mr. Pretzel? Yeah, well, man can't help his glance, More than that, when Mr. Misham's talent was mentioned, you suddenly began to sweat buckets. I know something about his talent. Maybe this time, let's show him Mr. Misham's true talent. This painting was found in Mr. Misham's studio. There are two problems with this painting. The first is it wasn't painted by Mr. Misham. The second is that there was another painting in the studio which looked exactly like this one, except it was only half done. Then we have a letter discussing a payment of $100,000, which suggests a certain business operation, the business of making forgeries. That's all, Your Honor. Everyone, please, everyone. Can we keep this private? Please. This is my story, my scoop. Forgery? That's a serious crime. Criminal elements? What? What kind of things are we talking about? Exactly. Talking about forging evidence. The rumors started circulating 7 years ago. 7 years ago? So are we to understand that this letter, this payment of $100,000 was for? Order, order, order! Why, it's like our victim was living a double life. Aha, this is my chance. So the victim had ties to the criminal underworld, right? He could have had plenty of enemies we know nothing about. This is my first time hearing of these criminal world. But we certainly found no criminal connections when we conducted our investigation. But how do you explain all this money? You have to admit there's a possibility of some illegal activity here. But there is no proof. Our case was and remains simple from the beginning. Only the defendant could have poisoned that muggnut knife. And you, of course. Hey! The only thing I poison is my pen when I'm writing reviews. Mr. Bushell, your testimony to this point has been quite unreliable. Doesn't speak well of your reporting acumen. Journalism so solid, you could stand anything on it. End quote. Cross-examination showed Mr. Bushell did not have reason or means to poison him. There was just no other suspects, then the killer had to be Vera, that's what. A nice testimony, clear, succinct, and without room for doubt. Shucks, you really think so? Nope.
Hold it! Objection!
Yes, at the time of the autopsy, the fresh fragrance of mint filled the room. And no mint residue was found. Was a long show anyway. Yeah, nah. Stamp.
Take that!